Alrighty, what's up, everybody? Peter Gilmore here for Friday afternoon video right here on the Peter Gilmore YouTube wrestling channel, youtube.com, and your food is ready. youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like this video. Hit the subscribe button down below. And all my other channels, which are down below, as always, in the description box. Follow me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. Share this video all over the goddamn internet. And most importantly, tap that bell, turn on all my notifications so you never ever miss an upload. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Let's see if I can. I'll leave it on. It's annoying, but it is what it is. All right, everybody, on this Friday evening, just about late Friday afternoon, almost early evening, August the 14th, 2020, it is time right now for your late and out-of-date NXT review for August the 12th, 2020, from the Performance Center in Orlando, Florida. All right. Like, chat room's open, so if you want to talk about NXT, talk about AEW, SmackDown coming up in a little bit, Raw, CCW, Ring of Honor, New Japan, Impact, whatever you want. The chat room is open, so come on in. We'll talk for a little bit. And if not, come on my SmackDown review coming up later tonight on the Killer Demon 669 channel. And that's that. I'm trying to make this video pretty quick, but not because I want to watch SmackDown. I got other things to do. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. But like I said, the chat room is open. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share the videos all over the internet, and tap that bell as well. And that's it. All right. NXT this past Wednesday night was an okay show. Nothing great. A little bit more storyline progression as they go into TakeOver 30 next Saturday. Next Saturday night, August the 22nd. Which may be in a new place, actually. It's not going to be at the Performance Center. It's not going to be on a boat. It's not going to be on a beach. It's going to be at an arena. Now, with the news coming yesterday that the WWE was trying to get out of the Performance Center and have SummerSlam maybe in the Northeast or maybe somewhere in Florida or somewhere. Well, the Northeast wasn't an option, and there were talks about the Amway Center in Orlando, where I believe the Orlando Magic play. And I know that's annoying. I don't know what to do with that. I have to fix that. Anyway, but they were talking about they're using the Amway Center for Raw, for NXT, for SmackDown, for their pay-per-views. Well, it has been announced that as of, I believe, this Monday or next Monday's Raw. I think it's next Monday's Raw because I already taped this Monday's Raw already. And let me see if I can turn this off. If you don't hear me, I apologize. So I don't know if the mic. I'll deal with it. I can't do anything about it. So it's fucking annoying. I know, but it is what it is. I don't know how to turn that off. Let me see if I can turn it off. Let me see if I can go to notifications. As my computer takes a crap. But how do I stop this? Turn off. Okay. Turn off. Okay. Turn off my Google Chrome notifications. That make it much easier if it'll let me. But if not, I'll do it after. That's that. So as of I believe next Monday night, because they taped Raw, they taped NXT. I believe they taped NXT and they taped SmackDown for next week. The following week, right after SummerSlam, they got a new home, and that's going to be at the Amway Center in Orlando, Florida. So SummerSlam, NXT Takeover will be at the Amway Center in Orlando, Florida. I don't know if they're bringing back their stages, or I don't know what's going to happen. With the rookies, the people that these NXT rookies that are usually all over the arena. Well, not the hold on a second. Still, it was asking me for that stupid thing. I'll fix it. I'll fix it post-production. But what I got to say about that? All right, so they're going to be at the Amway Center in Orlando, Florida, at SummerSlam, and then the next night on Raw, still be at the Amway Center. So their new home is not going to be at the Performance Center anymore. They're going to get out of the Performance Center, see how they do see how they do at the Amway Center. See, I don't know how the production's going to be, with the set, the ring's going to be like, usually if you see it is. So I would assume they're going to bring back the sets, like the Raw set and the SmackDown set and the NXT set, or they might just do something way different. Who knows? But something, it's a step in a new direction. Vince wants to get out of the Performance Center. He wants to get out of freaking Orlando. He wants to have fans in attendance. I don't think he's going to have any fans at the Amway Center. I wouldn't be shocked because AEW already did it. Now they had invited fans, and they social distancing. They were way in the back of Daly's place. They were all wearing masks. They got tested and all that other crap. So they know what they're doing. So hopefully get more fans, at the events and for AEW, especially for All In to rate one of the biggest pay-per-views of the year, next to Double or Nothing. And we'll see what happens with that. But Raw, SmackDown, NXT gonna be at the Amway Center. I don't know what's gonna happen with fans. I don't know if it's gonna be plexiglass around the ring. I assume there will be, but I think they're probably building that as we speak. But we'll see what happens. So it's gonna be a different Raw not this Monday night, next Monday night. The August 23rd. No. I tell you, August 25th edition of Monday Night, I believe. Let me just check if it will let me. I think it's August the 24th edition of Monday Night Raw will come your way from the Center in Atlanta. So week of one week of tape shows at the Performance Center. All next week's the go home shows. So we'll see what happens on Raw, what happens on NXT, what happens on SmackDown, and that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. All right, so let's get to NXT. Let's not waste any more time than I already wasted, but it is what it is. So NXT, like I said, was a pretty good show. Some storyline progression with Keith Lee and Killer Cross, Karrion Cross, whatever the fuck you wanna call him. So a little bit more storyline progression with the NXT North American title. We got some big matches coming up this Wednesday night. I'll get to those. And had a sort of return of somebody who kind of got in trouble. A certain, well, how do I say this without? I can't say without spoiling it, but right. So returns sort of near the end, and that's pretty much it. A little bit of women's action, but that's all I gotta say. Most of it was Keith Lee and Killer Cross, and a little bit of progression in between. But and especially with Pat McAfee and Adam Cole, baby, which we'll get to in a minute. So let's begin. We open the show with a recap of the Adam Cole Pat McAfee angle. It's an angle, it's a storyline, whatever you want to call it, from last week, where Pat McAfee punted Adam Cole's face off. You know, skipping an announce table when Triple H and Shawn Michaels and referees are trying to stop him, and then Pat McAfee broke free and he punted. You know, and then Triple H made the match, which most likely gonna be at Takeover, and he drops the contract with his and Regal's name Harper and Rowan come out with with fire extinguishers and try to spray the fire out. They actually did it, and I think Bray Wyatt won the match because he put Kane on fire. I forgot how. They put his leg on fire or something, some shit like that. Long time ago, I don't remember. But yeah, fire, and unfortunately for Keith Lee, he got it right in the face. So he might have burns to his eye, burns to his face. We'll see what the if we get an update on his condition later on in the show, or what's going to happen next week on the Go Home show. But Killer Kross using the mind games and the mystic powers of Scarlet, and Scarlet lived up to her name. Scarlet means he's fire. This song called Scarlet by In This Moment, which is probably one of my favorite songs of this many, but I like Scarlet. But it is what it is. So we're going to see what happens with Keith Lee and his face. And we'll find out either later in the night or that's pretty much all I got to see about that. That's that. All right, so I gave the Aftermath 3.25 out of 5 stars, just for the fire alone. But it is what it is, and that's that. All right, then we get to our next match: Drake Maverick taking on Killian Dane. Match really didn't happen because we go to split screen of Keith Lee being checked on, and then we go to full screen, and then we go back to split screen for the commercial. So we're going in and out, and basically we had no match because it went to a no contest as the Era hit the ring, take both of them out. Then we saw Mia Yim come in and go in the ambulance with her man Keith Lee, because they're an item now. You know what I mean? They're going out banging and like shit. So Mia Yim's kind of concerned for her man, so they go to the hospital, and then we really didn't have anything between Drake Maverick and Killian Dane, which I thought Killian Dane was just going to squash little poor rock star Spud, Drake Maverick, what do you want to call him? But the other Era hit the ring, let him out, so we got a no contest. So I basically gave that 2 out of 5 stars. Nothing to write home about. And then afterwards, if I can get my notes, take care of Drake. But they have a little less success. Adam Cole, baby, hits the last shot, lays out Killian Dane. We'll probably get a match next week. Killian Dane and Adam Cole, baby. He has a warm-up match, but for Adam Cole, but we'll see. And then Adam Cole he addresses Pat McAfee, telling him that he kicked him because his arms were behind his back. I don't think his arms were behind his back. He was like this. He champion in history at 403 days. And he promised to beat that ass, as we always say. Beat that ass. So we'll see what happens next week on the program. We have actually Pat McAfee will be in the building, so I believe they're gonna have a face-off, but you know how that's gonna end. Probably in a big, humongous brawl, and then they're gonna have the match at Takeover. And I hope and pray Adam Cole beats the shit out of Pat McAfee. I really hope. So they make Adam Cole lose. I'm done. I'm fucking done with this fucking company. Gonna make Adam Cole a former punter. Gonna make him lose to that prick. You just basically killed your fucking star. Adam Cole's the star. Is basically the star. He is the number one guy, right there. He's your moneymaker, and you're gonna make him lose to a fucking punter. Really? Oh, we all know. You all know Dominic's gonna beat Seth Rollins at SummerSlam. You know that, and help his son because he's gonna be there. First big win at in WWE, being Seth Rollins. And Seth Rollins is gonna go further back in his hole. Gonna really kind of put. So I don't know what's gonna happen with Seth Rollins after this. I think it's gonna. I think, like I said, I think he was gonna continue and it's gonna end at Hell in a Cell. That's the only way I think this entire storyline is gonna, an angle is gonna end in Hell in a Cell in, I think, October. And I heard there's gonna be another takeover in October, on October the third or the fourth. I know it's early October. I'm gonna try to find out. Let me see. September, October. I believe it's October the 4th. It's a Sunday. So we're gonna have that, and then probably after that it'll be Hell in a Cell. I believe on the 11th or the 18th. I don't know the exact date for Hell in a Cell. They really have nothing in September unless they put Hell in a Cell in September near the end. We don't know. All AEW's All Out's gonna be on September the 4th or September the 5th. That thing is annoying. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. So, like I said, this Wednesday night on the program, Adam Cole, Pat McAfee, face to face, and that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Should be some interesting stuff, and I apologize for lighting. It's getting started. Well, the sun's gonna be going down in about an hour or so. It is what it is. All right, my computer's if it's lagging and it's delayed, I apologize. I can't do anything about it. Fuck this computer. That's all I gotta say about that. All right, we got my good buddy Jair Alejandro Ponseca. He's in the room. He says, "What's up? How you doing, Jair? How's everything in Mexico this afternoon, this evening? Wherever I think it's like early mid afternoon in Mexico. So I got that." And that's pretty much that's it. So hello to Javier, and that's it. So anybody else like to come in the chat? Chat room is open. Talk about NXT. Talk about SummerSlam, Raw, SmackDown, and NXT going to the Amway Center right after SummerSlam. So we'll see what happens with that. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. All right. After that, we got a vignette of Kushida, basically saying he's going to be the next North American champion. I believe he's in a triple threat match on the show. So we'll see what happens with that. And that's that. So I give you that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then we get to the Performance Center. We go back to the Performance Center with our next match. Santos Escobar, El Hijo del Fantasma, whatever you want to call him, taking on one half of Breeze Dungo, Tyler Breeze. We also had Legado del Fantasma at ringside. So Santos sends his boys to the back, actually, to do it alone. So they're wearing at ringside. So Santos is like, I got this. This is too easy. Match was, it was all right. Breeze comes out. He's all fired up. But then Escobar hits a drop kick. They go to the outside. Santos stays in control. So it's targeting the knee as they go to break. We come back. Same thing is going on. He's targeting the knee inside the ring. He goes for the Phantom Drive. Tyler avoided it. Starts to get some momentum going for himself. Hits a pair of corner forearms and the supermodel kick, and looked like the beauty shot, whatever you want to call it. Looked like he was about to beat the cruiser. And Raul Mendez, they come out, but Tyler takes him out. So there's no Fandango. But we'll talk about Fandango in a minute. Breeze takes him out easily, but he turns his back. Santos hits the Phantom Driver. 1, 2, 3. Was what it was. And that's all I got to say about that. This is Scott coming to a head. I think they might have a 6-man tag team match. I think it's going to happen this week on the program. But we'll see what happens with that. So I get the match. Afterwards, you see very beaten and battered Fandango comes out with his arm in a sling and a weapon. I wonder what kind of weapon that was. I think it was something. He eats him up a little bit, but Escobar takes him out with an insecurity. And they beat down Breezango until Isaiah Swerve Scott from commentary that he's the only. So we'll see what happens with this situation. Like I said, probably be a 6-man tag team match next week on the program between Breezango and Isaiah. So I give the Aftermath 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's that. All right, after that, we get a video package of we're basically hyping Dakota Kai, the #1 contender to Io Shirai's NXT Women's Champion. So Dakota says that everyone has placed Io on a pedestal. She doesn't believe it and has figured out a way to beat her. She says she's not that genius, but it is what it is. And she says that TakeOver, our captain becomes champion. So I guess she's calling herself the captain of NXT. And we'll see what happens at TakeOver with Dakota and Io Shirai. I hope Io retains, but a lot of people saying that Dakota is going to get the belt. So we'll see what happens with that. I just hope Io wins. Just because I'm an Io Shirai mark, and she's my third wife and everything. But it is what it is, and that's that. So that's I get 2 out of 5 stars. All right, then we get to our next match. Indy Hartwell has been prominently on NXT the last couple weeks. She took on last week. I think she took on Dakota Kai last week, I think it was Tegan Knox. I forget. Anyway, she's taking on Mia Yim, who barely got back from the hospital in time for the match. And we see here that she's distracted because of her man being burned in the face. So she's just kind of distracted, and Hartwell starts off until Mia goes after her knee. She hits a corner cannonball, gets a near fall, and then Hartwell comes back, wears her down like a chin lock for like about 5 minutes, and just starts slapping Mia around. That pissed off Mia Yim. She finds a way to roll Hartwell into a really creative looking submission. I don't know what it was. Looked like a stretch muffler or something like that. She picks up the win via submission. So Mia picks up the win. Match I gave 2 out of 5 stars. Wasn't anything to write home about. But Indy Hartwell, she's fought in Evolve, fought in Shimmer. I believe it's Shine as well. I think in WSU and many other federations. She's very, very well talented. She had a first win a couple of weeks ago, but now he's gone back to losing. Sucks. And that's pretty much it. So like I said, look out for Indy Hartwell. She's going to be a future star in NXT. And that's that. And we move on from there. All right. That's that. All right. Nothing to write home about. Oops, I hit my notes there. All right, after that, we got a Finbad vignette where he explains that he's going to win the second chance North American title match qualifier Empire. That's coming up a little bit later. So we'll see what happens with that. So we get Fiend Balor, the Prince, on the show. That's always nice. And we'll see what happens to him in the main event. And some interesting things that happen there. And that's that. All right, then we go to our next match. Bronson Reed taking on Damian Priest. These two guys are in the North American title ladder match. They already qualified. This was good. This was a good match between two big dudes. And they're just beating the crap out of each other to start the match. Each man trying to one up the other, and really showcase what they have. To get advantage, showing his athleticism, and then they go into the break still evenly matched, and just beating the crap out of each other. And then we come back. Bronson Reed hits an avalanche in the corner, but Damian comes back with some kicks, only to get hit with a fallaway slam and a senton splash for a near fall. But Damian comes back with a springboard somersault senton. They keep going back and forth. But Damian gets the advantage, gets a near fall, and goes to springboard into the ring, but he's caught and then hit with a power slam. Bronson Reed then goes up to finish it off with that big splash, but he missed. And then Damian Priest looks to end it with the Reckoning, but Bronson Reed counts into a jackknife pin. 1, 2, 3. He picks up the win in a decent match. I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. And two big guys going at it, and almost felt like Keith Undertaker Coach, the way they just beat the crap out of each other, and lots of near falls and stuff like that. So these guys had a pretty good chemistry in the ring. Takeover next Saturday night to see who gets the North American title in that ladder match, which should be freaking amazing. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. All right. After that, we get a video from the lovely NXT Women's Champion and my third wife, Io Shirai, basically responding to what Dakota Kai said earlier. So she says she got Dakota's message, but doesn't know why she's acting like a big star. She mentions before Dakota turned on Tegan Nox, nobody cared about her. Io says that Dakota used weeks and months. I don't know what happened with her. Then she says when she looks at her, she still sees a girl who couldn't stand up to Shayna Baszler. Damn. And then terrified of Io as well. Io says Dakota's not in her head. She's pissed her off. You don't want to piss off Io. Believe me, she'll beat your ass. That's basically what will happen. And that's it. So pretty good promo from Io. I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. And we'll see what happens next week on the program with Dakota and Io as they lead up NXT Women's title match at TakeOver 30, which should be a pretty decent match. And like I said, I hope Io retains, but a lot of people are saying that Dakota will win the belt and Io's a couple month reign as champ. I think he's held for like almost 3 months, which isn't long, but long streaks like 6 months to a year is good for me. But we'll see what happens with that. All right, after that, we got a Cameron Grimes promo vignette, basically hyping him up. And Cameron Grimes should be pretty good to see he becomes entrant number 3, I believe number 3 or number 4, for the North American title ladder match. And we'll see. All right, then we get to our next match. Aaliyah and Mercedes Martinez, part of the Roberts teaming up for the first time, taking on C-Pat Hayden Carter. Nothing to write home about. Just a typical women's match. Lasted too long, I think. But it is what it is. Before the match, Robert Stone cuts a promo about how hot the brand has been going. Basically Mercedes Martinez beating the crap out of. He offers Casey a spot on the team, saying she hangs out with wrong people. and Casey goes to slap him. He ducks. She kicks him in the leg. Then she hits a hurricanrana. They go back and forth, fast tags, just beating the crap out of Aaliyah. And then Casey, they cap it off with a Casey senton splash. Then they go into another set of moves, capped off by stereo super kicks. So they're beating out Aaliyah. Aaliyah eventually gets the tag to Mercedes Martinez, who basically kicks the in control, directing traffic, leading Aaliyah. They isolate Kayden Carter for a while, but Kayden comes back, tags in Casey, and I believe they're roommates, if I'm mistaken. Casey gets the hot tag, and she starts beating up Mercedes Martinez, but fuck this shit. Puts her down with the air raid crash. Mercedes Martinez and Aaliyah pick up the win for the Robert Stone brand, which is on fire right now. Match was it's all right. I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. And then after that, as we see Aaliyah celebrating in the ring, like yay! But Mercedes like been there, done that. Then we hear the music of Ash Costello from New Year's Day, and Aaliyah says, "I got this." And I lost my spot. And then Robert and Aaliyah lead the ring, but Rhea hits her with a big boot, starts beating the crap out of her until Aaliyah comes in the ring. Then we see Shotzi Blackheart come in because she's been at it with Aaliyah, Robert Stone, and basically getting her face kicked in from Mercedes Martinez. So Shotzi comes out to even the odds, sending the Robert Stone brand packing. So it looks like we're going to see a tag team match, maybe next week, maybe at TakeOver. Ripley and Shotzi should be pretty interesting. These 4 ladies this week will probably at TakeOver. We'll see what happens with that. And that's that. So I give the Aftermath 2.25 out of 5 stars as well. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. All right, we got a guy I haven't seen in a long time. Nick Infante 1992. He says, "What's up? What's up, Nick? How you doing? Thank you for coming in the chat. And once again, the chat room is open. So come on in. We'll talk some wrestling. As I'm leading you guys up to SmackDown coming up in about 50 minutes. Not 15, 50, 50. Coming up at 8 o'clock. So SmackDown should be pretty good. And I'll talk about SmackDown in a little bit. All right, getting back to NXT. So we had Aaliyah and Mercedes fight with Rhea Ripley and Shotzi Blackheart. Like I said, it'll probably be a tag team match next week on the show. And that's that. All right, after that, we go to the Gargano home with Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae. They do a goofy slow motion stuff. And then Candice tells Fairy Tale, as only she could. Johnny calls herself the Wednesday Night, not N-I-G-H-T with a K, because he's the knight in shining armor, as he claims himself, as he climbs a ladder. So he looks like he was about to fix a light bulb in the house. He says Damian Priest and that thick boy, that's a term that's been used a lot. Thick boy, me Bronson Reed. He says they know Johnny Gargano, and he says you can't have a takeover without Johnny Takeover. And we find out that he faces Ridge Holland, who was in the triple threat match, I believe last week, 2 weeks ago. He's from NXT UK. He faces him next week in a second chance match. So that should be pretty damn fun, and that's all I got to say about that. So I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's that. Then we get another lesson from Timothy Thatcher. That's that. Basically doing another submission move on some poor guy. Nothing to write home about. I gave that 2 out of 5 stars. Just filler before the big match coming up. And we'll see what happens with that. And that's pretty much it. All right, and next week, this coming Wednesday on the show, we got Adam Cole and Pat McAfee face-to-face. We got Breezango and Isaiah Swerve Scott taking on Legado del Fantasma in 6-man tag team action. And we got 2 second chance qualifying matches. So we'll see what happens with that, and we move on from there. All right, there we get to the next triple threat qualifying match. To see who's entering I believe number 3. We got Cameron Grimes, Kushida, and that mystery opponent that we never knew who it was, but we find out that it is the returning, well, for the second time this year, as he came back before to beat the crap out of the Undisputed Era, and we all know how it happened at Takeover when he fought Adam Cole for the NXT World Title in that cinematic parking lot brawl, which he lost. But it's him, ladies and gentlemen, the Velveteen Dream, Patrick Clark. He returns. He has a nice little goatee now. Like, no, he grew out a beard. Like, if you've seen the picture, if you've seen NXT, you look at the picture. You know, he has a like little blonde goatee. That was pretty nice. So kind of shocking because, you know, all the allegations of sexual abuse with a minor, and just all the shit that's been going on with him. I was surprised that he came out and he was there, and that was that. But he had just a match, and I was thinking maybe Velveteen Dream be the next guy, but it is what it is. They start off fast and furious, just beating the crap out of each other. And then we get Kushida hitting a swinging DDT on the Velveteen Dream on the outside. That was pretty sick and devastating. And then Cameron Grimes crotches Kushida, I believe on the ring post. As we go to break, we come back. They go at it, fast and furious once again. And then it comes down to Cameron Grimes and the Dream trading blows on the outside until Kushida takes the Dream out with a somersault plancha. They go back in. Kushida slaps on the hoverboard lock on Cameron Grimes. The Dream has to stop it because it looked like Cameron Grimes about to have the hoverboard lock. So Dream get up, but Kushida gets it back on as a counter to the Death Valley Driver, or the Dream Valley Driver, I should say. So Kushida gets control. Then Cameron Grimes takes Kushida with the cave-in, and then sends the Team Dream to the outside. Goes to cover Kushida. 1, 2, 3. So Cameron Grimes is now in the North American title ladder match. I was hoping to be Kushida, and as always, they fuck Kushida over. He should have been Cruiserweight champ. It is what it is. But so he picks up the win, and he's entrant number 3 to the ladder match, and that's that. So we got Bronson Reed, Damian Priest, and Cameron Grimes, all in the North American title ladder match. We got 2 more matches next week. On the show, we got Johnny Gargano and Ridge Holland in a second chance match. And then we got another 3-way match, 3-way second chance match to see who becomes entrant number 4 and 5. So the North American title ladder match will be finalized next week. And so far it looks decent, not great. You know, you got Damian Priest and Bronson Reed, 2 big powerhouses who could has been getting hot in NXT. You know, beating. You know, he picked up a big win here. Beat Finn Balor. You know, he got destroyed by Keith Lee and Damian Priest, but a nice little angle with Damian Priest. Now's that. And, you know, the Velveteen Dream's back. I don't know what they're going to do with him, but I'm going to tell you right now. So the aftermath, after Cameron leaves the ring, Velveteen Dream comes in, taps Kushida. That's going to be good. He chases the referee away. Starts to attack Kushida again, just beat the living crap out of him. just beating them up. And then we get Finn Balor come out and for the save, and they have a big standoff, and the Prince goes like this right at Velveteen Dream's face. So next week they're gonna have a match. I believe it's not to get into the North American title picture. I think it's just a regular match. It looked like they were gonna have a match months ago, but I don't know why they didn't do it. And now they're finally doing it. So it should be next week on the program. And I forgot to take that off. And that's that. Finn Balor and Velveteen Dream next week on the show. Gonna be a good match. Hopefully a good match. And that's that. So that's it for NXT. Wasn't a great show, so I gave it a maybe standard 6 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you guys thought of the show in a comment or a video reply down below if you wish. And if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments section of this video, or come into chat, come into my next live stream, my SmackDown review. You can ask me questions about NXT, SmackDown itself tonight, coming up in about 40 minutes. And anything you want in the world of professional wrestling. So that is all I got to say about that. So next week, we got Finn Balor and Velveteen Dream. We got Ridge Holland and Johnny Gargano. And in a second chance match, we got another qualifying match. And then I think next week we got Pat McAfee and Adam Cole, baby, face to face. See what happens with that. So it should be some interesting action on NXT next Wednesday night, as they are not going head to head with AEW. You know, AEW said it was on the YouTube page on Wednesday night they're gonna show All In 1. So that should be pretty exciting. If you haven't seen All In 1, you get to see it on their YouTube page. But NXT will be unopposed, as AEW will be on Saturday night at around 6 o'clock, maybe 6:15, depending on when basketball finishes. So get ready for that. Set your DVRs for next week. And Takeover will be head to head with AEW the second hour. That should be pretty interesting, because NXT Takeover starts at 7 o'clock next week, and it'll probably go to about 9, maybe 10 o'clock. I would think not between 9 and 10 o'clock. So we'll get that. I'm gonna watch some of it at work next week, and then probably be home. I would say probably by 10:30. So about 11:30 next. So next week I will be doing my AEW review, and I might save the Takeover review for next Sunday, right before SummerSlam. I'll get it up early. I'll do an early afternoon video talking about NXT Takeover, all the matches, all the insane stuff that happens. Who's going to be the North American champion? Who's going to win the NXT World Title? Who's going to be the NXT Women's Champion? Sadly, the tag team belts are not on the line. So we'll see what happens with Imperium and the Undisputed Era. What's happening with that situation for the tag team titles? Probably be a match on TV, or they might have something lead up to the next Takeover, which is on October the 4th, on a pay-per-view from I'm assuming the Amway Center, because that's where it's going to be stationed now. So that's that. So next week should be pretty interesting with the ratings. This week, the ratings went down for both companies, but still AEW won. I believe they got 760-something thousand views. NXT just had a little over 600,000 views. I think it was 615, somewhere around there, 625. I don't have the exact numbers, but AEW won the ratings war again. And they're on a hot streak once again, just beating the living bejesus out of NXT. But next 2 weeks, we'll see, because NXT will be unopposed the next two weeks, as AEW will be on next Saturday at 6 o'clock, and then the week after that they'll be on Thursday night at 8 p.m. So NXT will be Wednesday, and then Thursday night you got AEW, and that's pretty much all I have to say about that. So once again, 6 out of 10 stars for NXT. Was a pretty decent show, and we'll see what happens on the Go Home show for NXT next week on the USA Network and the WWE Network for that lower price of $9.99. And that's all I gotta say about that. So thank you to Nick, thank you to Jair for coming in the chat, thank you for everybody else who was watching the video. Come on into my next stream, which will be later tonight, probably around 11:30. I would say probably around 11, maybe 11:30, depending on how tired I am. But right now I'm pretty good, not wired, but I'm pretty awake. I'm still kind of starting to get a little bit tired because what's the heat in my house just killing me right now. But it is what it is. I'm gonna probably have a drink of soda to quench my thirst, and then I'm gonna have some dinner. After SmackDown, I'm gonna have some dinner. Gonna feed my cat. Gotta clean up a little bit, and then gonna do the review, and then go to bed. Then I got work tomorrow. So I hope all your weekend is starting off pretty well. If not, well, that sucks for you. That's all I gotta say about that. I was supposed to work Saturday and Sunday, but thankfully, my manager says, Peter, you can take off Sunday. So I was like, yes. So I'm off Sunday, but I got to go in Monday. I gotta cover somebody on Monday. It sucks. I had Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off, but I have to. I'm the low man on the totem pole, so I have to come in for one of my coworkers because it's his birthday, and he wanted to take off his birthday. It is what it is. So I'm gonna miss a little bit of Monday Night Raw, but I'll probably, when I get home, I get out at 10, so I'll probably be home probably before it ends. So I might catch the ending. And then I'll rewatch all of Raw. So probably about on Monday night, probably around 12:30, maybe 1 o'clock, I'll do my Raw review. Talk about the Go Home show for Raw, the final Raw at the Performance Center, the final NXT at the Performance Center, and the final SmackDown at the Performance Center all next week. Like I said, the week after SummerSlam, they'll be at the Amway Center. Well, SummerSlam and TakeOver will be at the Amway Center in Orlando, Florida. So that should be pretty interesting to see. And maybe we'll have maybe limited fans, maybe no fans at all. Who knows? Maybe they'll just have the NXT rookies around the ring with the plexiglass. Unless we can't have COVID in the ring. Can't have people slapping hands and shit. And that's all I can say about that. So, thank you for watching my video. I'm Peter Gilmore signing off. Get ready for SmackDown coming up in a half hour. Should be a pretty good show. We got Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman face to face. That should be pretty interesting ahead of their Universal title match at SummerSlam. See what else happens on the show. With King Corbin and Jeff Hardy and Matt Riddle. That whole situation. We'll see what happens with that. We got a Tri-Brand Battle Royal to see who faces Bayley. Don't give me a hug. At SummerSlam. So we don't know. They had who's in it. I didn't look at it at the. Was if Io's in it, then you know that she's gonna probably lose the NXT Women's title to Dakota Kai, and then beat Bayley for the SmackDown Women's title, and now be prominently showcased on the SmackDown brand. But like I said, I don't know if she's in it. We'll have to see on SmackDown. I would assume like Liv Morgan, maybe Ruby Riott will be there, maybe Natalya, on the maybe Peyton Royce and Billie Kay on the Raw side. SmackDown will probably have Nikki Cross, maybe Naomi. I don't know who else. Maybe Lacey Evans. With that, maybe Sasha will be in it. I doubt Sasha will be in it because she's got her own problems with Asuka. So she's gonna be out of it. So got that. Then NXT, like I said, could be no Rhea Ripley, which sucks. Don't know if Io's in it. We really don't know who is in gonna be on the NXT side, but Bayley will be at ringside, and she'll witness who will win the battle royal and see who faces her for the women's title. I hope it's somebody good and somebody that can really give Bayley a good match. I'm hoping Io, but we'll see what happens. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Peter Gomez signing off on this Friday evening, getting ready for SmackDown, and I'll be back later with my SmackDown review on the Killer Demons channel. So subscribe to that channel, hit that bell to get notified when I go live with that video, and subscribe to all my other channels. Click it down below in the description box and hit the bell on those channels to get notified when I go live on those channels as well. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So thank you for watching. Peter Gomez signing off. Peace out. Rock the fuck on. If you're not down with that, well, I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. And that's it. I'll see you guys later. Peace, bitches.